Hello everyone, welcome to SBN Lecture Series number 3. Today we are interrupting our regular history lesson and we'll focus on the protests that have spread across America and the death of George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery and other African Americans who suffer unjustly. And I want to send my condolences to family, friends and loved ones, and I want to share how death of George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery and lives of other African Americans have impacted me personally, emotionally, and spiritually. My heart is laid heavy and burdened and feel helpless, and it brings back unpleasant memories after seeing numerous news clips and coverages. As you have seen and heard and reflect on the news coverages, I am sure that there are many people who are hurt and angry and bitter and resented. Many more are asking justice and reform and accountability. I felt the same feelings, and our family went out to join a peaceful protest and saw armed National Guards with weapons in their hands. I do not condone lootings or violence or anarchy. I believe in the First Amendment of free speech and peaceful march and protest. Numerous debates, opinions, blames and accusations, and finger pointing on the streets, cities, across country are direct results of death of George Floyd that appears to be race-related incident. It looked like America is at war, and this time the battleground are not far away, but in our streets and cities. Everyone is trying to make some sense during unprecedented pandemic, lockdown, and civil unrest and curfew throughout the cities. Like most of you, I also watched the people protesting, walking, running, and being arrested by police officers, and shops, stores, buildings burning down. It seems like I was watching another country's turmoil, but it was happening in my country. And there were reporters from the other countries covering the events along with American news media. Through the news media, I myself have watched countless of speeches, dialogues, and monologues, pleas made by the president, both current and the former, politicians, journalists, religious leaders, business owners, various local leaders, workers, and average citizens call for restraint and order. It seems good to me that I should voice my reflection through online presence. I could not sit in silence. I had to speak out as well. I made this segment of video to reflect on the tragic death of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery as a Asian American, more specifically as a Korean American Christian. In this video clip, I am not going to add or spread more commentaries which are already saturated in news and online community platforms. Nor will tell you what is wrong with America and with our justice system. Instead, I want to share my own reflection as an American, as an average American citizen who happen to be a Christian. First of all, I blame myself for being too complacent all those years. I justify myself as a marginalized and being a stranger in an adopted country by labeling myself as an immigrant. I myself am an immigrant who came to America in 1971. I felt always stranger in this land of the immigrant. I received most of my formal and theological education in the States, and as a pastor, I have spent my 35 adult years ministering and teaching to various groups of nationals, yet I felt that my life's efforts in educating others were insignificant. And I felt that I was not a part of immigrant-rich heritage of America. Now I'm a 63-year-old man, and I could not be silent. So today, in the midst of a fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic, economic instability, and racial tension unrest, I blame myself for being too complacent through all these years. Because I could have made a little more difference by reaching out or meeting more different nationals and cultures and people in my neighborhood and in our society. Secondly, as a Korean American, I urge Korean community, we must show more love and care for our neighbors and be more active in creating better societies. We are known as hardworking people and seen as a people who only care about making money and being successful more than reaching out and making difference in the area where we work and have our business. For the first time in 1992, LA riots or 4.29, many Korean Americans saw the first major protests and the riots along with violence. During the riots, there were lootings, shootings, vandalism, and many innocent lives were lost, and people injured and suffered. The property, buildings, and business were burned down or destroyed. Through it all, we have realized that the riot was not an isolated incident, but it was all related as a part of American fabric. We also were victims in the midst of the riots. The LA riots awakened many immigrants Korean in different generations, including merchants, mom and pops owners, many of us who still have vivid memories. Business owners, merchants, and civic leaders have realized how everything in America is closely connected or interrelated. But it took the tragic event to learn the lesson. The lesson we learned was that everybody needs each other and must come together as a society. After 28 years, we have made some progresses and we have come thus far. It made us stronger and more conscious. Still, I know and believe that Korean American can do better and must do better in making America a better place to live and thrive, not only for us and for our descendants, but for everyone as well. Thirdly, as a pastor, I blame myself for not being loving towards my neighbors and not reaching out to our poor and needy. I am not saying by any means I'm a rich nor wealthy. However, I am blessed with the food and roof over my head. I recently retired early so that I could collect Social Security benefit. It is a known fact that those who take out early benefit usually do not have money or resources, and I happen to fit the criterion. Yet I have realized that there are a lot more people out there who are not fortunate as I am. So I decided to share what I have with others out there. I must use my skills and talents to make lives of people better. I must share and spread the love of God with others by means of giving, prayer, and doing good works. And not stop there, but continually looking for better ways to help and serve others. On YouTube channel, I try to solicit more prayer requests and listen to comments from the viewers like you, so that this will help me grow and also meet their spiritual need and being better communicate with them. I will continue to pray for America as well. There are no reasons why people should hate or tear each other down. And there are no points of accusing others. The people should learn to embrace each other and show more compassion and love towards one another. We must be content with helping and reaching out to others instead of bragging about how much wealth one possesses or where we live or where we work. We are all precious children of God, and we must come as a one. And it must start with me. And I pledge to viewers that I will start to do these things from now on. Instead of looking at our faults and weaknesses, I have re-examined my own shortcomings and my faults. I am reminded of my Savior Jesus saying, "Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, 'Let me take out the speck from your own out of your eye,' when all the time there is a plank in your own eye? You hypocrites! First take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your own brother's eyes." Matthew chapter 7, 3, 5. In this video, instead of look to others for blames, I have looked into my own inner self and reflect how I can bring a positive influence in the place where I live. These events help me to be a better citizen and above all, a better and mature Christian. In this world, as one can see, we need one less glimpse of darkness and one more dimly light that burns bright, which comes from the contrite heart. God bless and God comfort us in this hard time in our country. Thank you.